Last class we did what is heat, what is temperature, and what are different scales. First was Celsius scale has ice point at 0 and boiling point at 100. Then Fahrenheit having ice point at 32 and boiling point at 212. So relation which we got was Tc minus 0 upon 100 equals to T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 180. This much we had done in the last class, I think. Now one numerical based on this I am doing, then we'll proceed ahead. First numerical. Average room temperature, on a normal day is 27 degrees Celsius. What is room temperature in Fahrenheit? Now see, room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius at normal day. We want in Fahrenheit. So Tc minus 0 upon 100 is T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 180. 0 we can cancel. 2 into 5, 2 into 9. So it is 9 times Tc is 5 times T Fahrenheit minus 32. 9 times Tc is 5 times T Fahrenheit minus 5 into 2 is 10. 5 3s are 15, 1, 16. 9 times Celsius, that is 27, is 5 times Fahrenheit minus 160. 9 into 7, 63, carry 6. 9 2s are 18 and 6, 24. Equals to 5 Tc minus 160. So 543, 243 plus 160 equals to 5 times Tc. So it is
Sir,
3.
TF, na?
TF, no?
So 3, 6 and 4, 10, carry 1. 403 equals to 5 times Tf. Therefore Tf will be 403 upon 5. 5 8s are 40. 0, 6 Fahrenheit. 80.6 degree Fahrenheit. Copy first, sir. Current, your math sir has changed the timing. Current Gora.
No, sir.
So your college is starting from 10 o'clock. How will you attend that lecture then? Karan and Anay, how you are going to attend maths class if it is 9 to 11?
So college timing hasn't been told yet.
No, Karan, you have sent me the timetable.
No, sir.
You send me timetable 10 to something.
Sir, I have sent.
Oh, you have sent me. 10 to 2:45.
Done, sir.
Second, normal human body temperature in Fahrenheit is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. What is the body temperature in degrees Celsius? I think you can try on your own. Try this. Tc minus 0 upon 100 is T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 1. Try. 20 into 5, 20 into 4.
So 36.8.
36.8 na? 89.
Yes, sir.
Okay, correct.
Good answer.
So for Fahrenheit scale and Celsius scale, we can find the temperature. If one is given, then the other.
So what's the answer?
Answer is coming as 36.89 degrees Celsius.
I'm getting 51.1.
No, you won't. Na? There might be some error. 5 into 98.4 minus 161.
It's a got.
Got it? Suppose they ask one-liner question like this. A device used to measure temperature is based on principle of dash. What you will write? A device used to measure temperature. A device used to measure temperature is based on the principle of dash.
Thermometry.
No, that branch is called thermoelectric. This is device given. Na? Device is based on principle called as thermal equilibrium. And that branch which is measuring the temperature is called thermometer. Right? This possibility is that it can be asked in 11th exam. Device used to measure temperature is based on principle of thermal equilibrium. Written?
Done, sir.
Okay. Now there is one small relation. Just look on the screen. If values of a thermometric property, if the values of thermometric property are P1 and P2 at the ice point 0 degrees Celsius and steam point 100 degrees Celsius. Now P1, P2 are thermometric property, means that mercury ka height at 0 degree and at 100 degree. If P1, P2 are thermometric property, P means property, I for 1 means at 0, 2 means at steam point respectively. If values of thermometric property are P1, P2 at ice point, that is 0 degrees Celsius, and steam point 100 degrees Celsius respectively, and the value of this property is Pt at unknown temperature. That means if they say height of mercury column at 0 degree is this, at 100 degree is this, that means that is property at 0 and 100 of thermometry. But suppose they say at temperature, unknown temperature T, that property is Pt at unknown temperature T, then T is given by, what is Tc minus 0 upon 100? Tc means any unknown point, 0 is starting. So we will write T equals to 100 into P2. जगह नहीं, इतना लिखो पहला. If values of thermometric property are P1 and P2 at ice point and steam point respectively, and value of this property is Pt at unknown temperature T, then T is given by. Just write only this much, then I'm explaining how T is given by. Completed writing this much?
Sir, just a minute.
Done, sir. Done.
This is suppose starting P1. This is starting P2. Total number of division is how much? 100. No? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So if I take P1 minus P2 and divide by 100, I will get value of 1 or not? 1
Yes, sir.
division. So this P1 minus P2 upon 100 will be same for any temperature you take. Suppose here somebody takes here PT minus P is not. So whatever is division present here, divide by that, it will give you answer of 1 division. See, suppose this is 30 and this is 100. So in between there are 70 division now. So again 100 minus 30 upon 70 will be 1 only, no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So T is given by, that is actually T upon 100. T upon 100 is PT minus P1 upon P2 minus P1 should be same for any scale. So we said T, that means here if starting is P1, ending is P2, then this difference will give you total division. Same way if it is P1, starting and PT is any temperature, difference will give me total division. So temperature T is 100 into PT minus P1 upon P2 minus P1. So this is one formula. If they change the scale not up to 100 but up to any temperature T, then correspondingly it will become T as 100 into original T into P2 minus P1, this into 100. अभी इसका प्रूफ आपको नहीं, खाली लॉजिकल समझ है. P1 is any position, P2 is any position. Then P1 is starting, PT is any position. This ratio into 100 will give me any temperature T. This T. Write down again. See, actually speaking, this is like same. Y minus Y1 upon Y1 minus Y2 is same as X minus X1 upon X1 minus X2. So if X is temperature T, this X1 and starting is 0. मतलब ये अगर T लिया, ये 0 और ये X2 minus X1 किया, तो X2 is 100 and X1 is 0. Same here, Y is any point PT and this is suppose P1. When you interchange, this will become Y2 minus Y1. So meaning is same. P is any temperature. So Y minus Y1 upon Y2 minus Y1. इधर वही किया X2 minus X1. So equation of line का concept से we are getting this expression. Now one sum I am doing so that you get idea what we have done this. Third numerical based on this. The length of a mercury column in a mercury in glass thermometer. This is our normal clinical thermometer where we take mercury in glass. Mercury in glass thermometer is length of mercury column in a mercury in glass thermometer is 25 millimeter at ice point and 180 millimeter at the steam point. What is the temperature when length is 60 millimeter. Now see what does it mean. Temperature we want at 60 millimeter. At 0, this is P1 is 25 millimeter. That means we are taking property of length of mercury as P at ice point. P2 180 millimeter at steam or boiling point. Pt is given 60 millimeter. Temperature T we have to calculate. So formula is T equal to 100 into P, T minus P1 upon P2 minus P1. So it is 100 into Pt is 60 millimeter minus 25 upon 180 minus 25. So this will be equals to equals to 100 into 35 upon 180 minus 25 will become 155, na?
Yes, sir.
155. 5 into 7, 5 3s are 15, 5 into 1. So 700 you divide by 31 in rough and tell the answer.
22.58.
Pardon?
So 22.58.
Okay, 22.5 you are getting. Write down 22.5. देखो इसको यूनिटरी मेथड से भी कर सकते हैं. 100 डिग्री इज फ्रॉम 180 माइनस 25 के बीच में 100 है. देन T डिग्री will correspond to what? So T degree will correspond to that temperature. So 100 into that 60 minus 25, T degree into this cross multiply. वही क्या unitary method. Pt minus P1. Just write down, then once again I will explain how we got that formula. All of you got 22.58?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That means if this is a scale 0 to 100 degree, इसका P1 लिया प्रेशर का लेंथ, मरकुरी का लेंथ, और ये P2, मतलब P2 माइनस P1 के बीच में 100 डिग्री आया. तो P1 और कोई भी PT माइनस P1 के बीच में कितना डिग्री आएगा T, दैट वी हैव टू फाइंड. सो व्हेन यू क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई वही मिला ना, PT माइनस P1 into 100 upon this is T into P2 minus P1. तो क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके इधर आ गया. ठीक है, समझा बराबर?
Yes, sir.
See, 100 degree is between P2 minus P1. So T degree is between PT minus P1. I want T. So what we do? Cross multiply and divide by this. No? That is our unitary method. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now write absolute temperature. Heading absolute temperature. Written, heading written. the
Yes,
temperature at which pressure and volume, the temperature at which pressure or volume becomes zero is called as absolute temperature. Keeping pressure constant, if I change the temperature, then it is found that volume is directly proportional to temperature. And when when volume is kept constant, then pressure is directly proportional. So PV is proportional to T will get. When this becomes zero, then this product will become zero.
yes, sir.
So that temperature at which pressure or volume becomes zero is called as absolute temperature. Just right? Meaning of absolute temperature. The temperature at which pressure or volume becomes zero is called as absolute temperature. The this temperature is minus 273.15 degrees Celsius is called as 0 Kelvin. Is called as 0 Kelvin or absolute zero temperature. It's called 0 Kelvin or absolute temperature. So temperature at which pressure or volume becomes zero is called as absolute temperature. This temperature is 273.15 degrees Celsius. Is called as 0 Kelvin or absolute zero temperature.
Sir,
Huh?
sir, can I leave?
Yeah, leave. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Can I clear this now?
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा सा note लिख. Minus 273.15 degrees Celsius is 0 Kelvin. So if I add both sides, 273.15, 0 plus 273.15, then we can say 0 degrees Celsius is 273.5 Kelvin. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is for numerical taken as approximately 273 Kelvin. So can you tell me what is 27 degrees Celsius?
300 Kelvin.
300 Kelvin.
So for numerical, when if I see Celsius, I will add 273 to make it Kelvin. So just write this note. So absolute zero or 0 Kelvin is the temperature at which pressure volume becomes zero and gas will cease to move. That temperature is actually called absolute zero or 0 Kelvin, where gas molecule does not move, they cease to move. I'm clearing this point. One small definition, then two numericals. Triple point. From triple, name has come for three different state of substance. What are three different states of substance?
Solid,
Solid,
liquid,
liquid, and gas.
Solid, liquid, and gas. Correct. So the point at which, point means actually it is condition at which all the three phases, all the three phases means solid, liquid, comma gas coexists in equilibrium. The point at which all the three phases, solid, liquid, gas, coexist in equilibrium is called as triple point. For water, it is found to be at 4 millimeter pressure. 4 millimeter means 4 millimeter of mercury column, and at 273.15 degrees Celsius. For water, it is found to be at 273 minus 273.5 and 4 millimeter of mercury. It coexists as triple point. Write down triple point. Triple point of water is found to be at 4 millimeter pressure and at a Kelvin में था 0.01 degree Celsius. That is 273.15 Kelvin. The point at which all the three phases, solid, liquid, gas coexist is called triple point. For water, it is found to be at 4 millimeter pressure and 0.01 degrees Celsius, or you can say 273.15 Kelvin.
Done, sir.
The relation between three scales of temperature is as given. So T Celsius minus 0 upon 100 is T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 180 T Kelvin. Now, when this is 0, then Kelvin will be 273.15
Yes, sir.
divided by again 100. So this 3 is the relation between three scales. Right, this relation. Can I clear this now? All the three scales?
Yes, sir.
Express T equals to 24.57 Kelvin in Celsius and Fahrenheit. This is in Kelvin. We want in Celsius and Fahrenheit. T Celsius minus 0 upon 100 is T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 180 is T Kelvin minus 273.15 upon 100. Therefore, Tc upon 100 is T Kelvin minus 273 minus 50.15 upon 100. 100 cancel. So therefore, T Celsius is 24.57 minus of 273.15. So T Celsius equals to 273.15 minus 24.57. 15 minus 7 is 8. 10 minus 5 is 5. Then this is 12 minus 4, 8. 6 minus 2 is 4. Minus 248.58 degrees Celsius is that corresponding Kelvin. So first convert in Celsius wala part, then we'll take either Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Both way you get the required result. T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 180 is T Kelvin minus 273.15 upon 100. 20 into 9, 20 into 5. So T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 9 equals to T Kelvin is 24.57 minus 273.5 upon 5. So T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 9. This already we got minus of 248.58 upon 5. So T Fahrenheit minus 32 upon 9 equals to minus of 5 into 4, 20, 48. 5 8s are 40, 5 9s are 45. Remainder is 3, so 5 into 7, 35. 5 into 1, 5. Remainder will be 3. 5 into 6 is 30. So TF minus 32 is minus of 9 into 49.76. So T Fahrenheit minus 32. 9 into 6, 54, carry 5. 9 and 5, 14, carry 1. 63 and 1, 64, carry 6. 81 and 6 is 87. 9 4s are 36 and 7. 36 and 7, 40. After 3-digit decimal. 9 into 6, 54, carry 5. 9 and 5, 14, carry 1. 63 and this is 4. 63 and 7 is 63. And 1, 64, 36. 9 into 9, 81 and 6, 87. 36 and 8, 40. So T Fahrenheit will be minus 447.44 plus 32. That will become,
479.
pardon, 415.44 Fahrenheit. 447 minus 251. 415.44 degree Fahrenheit. Done? Yes, completed.
Yes, sir.
Next one. Calculate the temperature. Calculate the temperature which has same value on Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. calculate the temperature which will have same value on the 2 scale. So we can say let X be the required value. Since TF minus 32 upon 180 is equals to T Fahrenheit minus 273.15 upon 100. So therefore X minus 32 upon 180 is X minus 273.15 upon 100. 20 into 9, 20 into 5. So this will be 5 times X minus 32 is 9 times X minus 273.15. Please come till this.
40 degrees, right?
Pardon?
40 is the answer.
Answer is 574.59.
Done, sir.
What is the answer? What answer you got? Simplify further. This will be 5 into X, 5X minus of 160 equals to 9X minus 9 into 5, 45, 9 and 4, 13, carry 1, 9 3s are 27 and 1 28, carry 2, 9 into 7 63 and 2 65, carry 6, 9 2s are 18, 18 and 6 is 24 after 2-digit decimal. So this will become minus 5X minus 9X, or you can write like this: 9X minus 5X is 2458.35 minus 160. This is 4X. 5 3.8 minus 0 8, 15 minus 8 7. This is 3 2.
Sir,
2278.35 equal to 4X.
sir, is the answer is 57 4.5.
Correct. 574.58. You can round off as 59. So X will become 2278.35 upon 4. That is 5. 4 5 is 20. Remainder 2. 27.
So it will be 2298.
5
Yes.
Yes,
8 15 minus 8 minus 8. right? कितना है आपको ये टोटल?
2298.35.
15 minus 6, 2298.35. 4 sevens are 28. Then carry 118. 4 into 4, 16. 23. 4 into 5 is 20. Remainder 3, 35. 4 approximated 59 और 6 लिया तो completely divide हो जाएगा. X is nothing but 4574.59. So this much Fahrenheit or this much Kelvin are equivalent temperature. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One more sum, right? What value of temperature will be same on Celsius and Fahrenheit scale? What value of temperature will be same on Celsius and Fahrenheit scale? What value of temperature is same on Celsius and Fahrenheit scale?
Can you repeat?
What value of temperature is same on Celsius and Fahrenheit scale?
So minus 40.
Correct. Absolutely right. Minus 40.
Minus 40.
Yes, correct. All of you got same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next heading, right? Ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. Anybody knows what is ideal gas equation from chemistry?
The
PV
PV
is
equal to
equals to
NRT.
nRT.
PV equal to
NRT,
nRT.
what is N?
number of moles.
Number of moles.
Okay. So can I say relation between three properties of gas, that is pressure, volume and temperature, is called ideal gas equation? The relation between three properties of gas, pressure, volume, temperature, is called ideal gas equation. It is given by PV equal to RT for 1 mole of gas. Correct now? I am talking about for 1 mole of gas. Or PV equals to nRT for n mole of gas. ये भी चलेगा. The derivation we'll do later. But this equation is called as ideal gas equation. What is ideal gas equation? Relation between whom?
Pressure, volume.
Pressure, volume, and temperature.
Right. The relation between three properties of gas. Relation between three properties of gas, that is pressure, volume, and temperature. Relation between three properties of gas, that is pressure, volume, and temperature, is called as ideal gas equation. Relation between pressure, three properties of gas, that is pressure, volume and temperature, is called as ideal gas equation. It is given by PV equal to nRT, where N is number of moles of gas. Done?
Yes, sir.
The
Yes.
same thing you are going to do in even chemistry, states of matter, I think. In our case, we have only just three definition: Charles law, Boyle's law, Gay-Lussac's law, ideal gas equation. इधर तक actually chemistry में भी पढ़ने वाले हैं. Then next class will start with thermal expansion, that will be only in physics. State Charles law. This is related to volume and temperature. What is statement, anybody knows? If you have done chemistry? Anybody knows from chemistry?
At constant pressure, volume is directly proportional to temperature.
Okay. For which mass of gas?
For given mass.
That mass is constant or variable?
Constant.
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 Constant means it should be enclosed in a container or open?
Enclosed.
Enclosed.
So always we'll write like this: for enclosed mass of gas. For enclosed mass of gas at constant pressure, volume of gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of gas. That is V proportional T at constant pressure. Therefore, V1 upon T1 equals to V2 upon T2. Right, this much. We can get the problem where two volumes and one temperature given, then you have to find other temperature. So this is V1 upon T1 equal to V2 upon T2. This you followed? V proportional to T, that means V upon T is constant. Therefore, I wrote V1 upon T1 is V2 upon T. For enclosed mass of ideal gas, that ideal word by mistake I didn't put, ideal gas, at constant pressure, volume of gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of gas. That is V proportional T at constant pressure.
Done, sir.
Okay. State Gay-Lussac's law or it is also called as pressure law. State Gay-Lussac's law or pressure law. For fixed, enclosed, constant, all are same. So for fixed mass of an ideal gas at constant volume, the pressure of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature, that is P proportional T. Therefore, P upon T equals to constant. Therefore, P1 upon T1 equals to P2 upon T. Right. For fixed mass or enclosed mass or constant mass of an ideal gas at constant volume, pressure of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature.
Done, sir.
One last definition for today, because till this we were doing chemistry. Next class we'll do actual physics, that is thermal expansion. Boyle's law. State Boyle's law. Most important one, Boyle's law. For fixed mass of an ideal gas at constant temperature. Charles' law was at constant pressure, then Gay-Lussac's was at constant volume. This is at constant temperature. The pressure of gas is inversely proportional to its volume. That is P proportional 1 upon V. Therefore, PV equals to constant. Therefore, P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. This is Boyle's. Yeah, please copy this much again.
So,
Yes.
so time period of the satellite is directly proportional to
What?
time period of a satellite is directly proportional to
Time period
R.
of directly proportional to r raised to 3 by 2. See, t square proportional r cube.
Yeah.
So when you take square root, t square ka t and r cube ka 3 by 2.
So that is R cube upon GM now.
G and m are constant, no? See, t square proportional r cube, correct? So t
Yeah.
is proportional to r raised to 3 by 2.
No, it's yesterday's third question I was asking about.
Now I don't remember which question.
So third.
Third question. Third question, distance of planets from the sun. That one.
No, fourth satellite one.
T square proportion. So that is given in which form? That form you have to write. Huh? Say. We know that T square is 4 pi square upon GM into R cube. This is formula, correct? So T will be 2 pi root of R cube by GM, correct? Hello? Now 2 pi is constant, so T is proportional to R cube upon GM. Because they have given in that format.
Yes.
Sir, can you please send the solution of the test?
Who is asking this?
Sir, Neha.
This paper was very simple. Why you need solution? Answer key I have given. Whichever is wrong, then you get that. We'll discuss if you want. यहाँ चलेगा क्या पूरा दे दो?
Okay, sir.
नहीं पूरा ही दे देता चलो आप देखिए यार. You'll get don't worry. पूरा दे दो. Actually एक पेपर पेंडिंग है उसके लिए just investing the time. एक 4 चैप्टर का पेपर है ना वो कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो आपको सब सॉल्यूशन देता हूँ. This one completed for today. P1 V1 equals to P2 V2.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's all for today. Now we will meet on Thursday at